guys put your hands together. Let me hear a warm welcome for Barbara Crampton, Amelia, Kinkade, and Linnea, Quigley. And of course, don't forget our official screen queen, Patton. I'd like to thank my man Neil Jones with OutOfYourHead.com. You guys go there and get all your audio and video needs from Days of the Dead.
Have you ever asked a question? Just raise your hand, I'll get to you. First question, when did you realize you were a scream queen?
Well, they told me I was a scream queen many years ago, but I didn't know that until really 25 years later when I realized a lot of these movies that we've all been in have become cult classics. And
I realized last week. Actually, it was a few months ago. I just started doing these comments for the first time after, well, not to date us, Linnea. I wouldn't say 20 years, but who's counting? Maybe it was 10 years ago we did that.
yes.
I had no idea that the Demons trilogy would be something that would be around longer than a month.
Yeah.
It was a movie that I made so I didn't have to cocktail waitress or go dance that night. And it paid me about as much. We'll say, how much money did you get for that movie? About as much as I would if I had cocktail waitress or go dance that night. And the fact that those movies are still around is so shocking to me. When I first started doing these in the last year, a guy came up to me with a tattoo of me on his chest. And I burst into tears. 3 more guys came up with tattoos of me on their body. The biggest compliment I've gotten so far in a long time is a Marine came up to me who had just gotten back from 3 years of duty in the war. And he said they were allowed to take 1 movie. And he took Night of the Demons part. When your fans come up to you and some girl has tears streaming down her face and she says, "You've been scaring the hell out of me my whole life." Is that a compliment? No. I've had nightmares about you since I was 4 years old. So do all my boyfriends. Ex-boyfriends. My new one has a lot of years to catch up. At any rate, I didn't even know that I could make anybody scream until I'm starting to hear how scary I was in those movies, which is just mind-blowing to me. I look at them and I don't think I'm very scary. So I'm not really a scream queen. I'm good at making other people scream. And so somebody has to turn into a monster and kill everybody. Might all helps, ladies. Once a month it's a scene. For many of us, it's an ongoing problem. So I'm just now realizing I'm a scream queen, and I've never done a scream queen panel before. Say that quick after you've had a few martinis. But you all are making me realize that. I've got a question for the audience. Is anybody filming this? Yeah. Is this going to end up on YouTube tonight?
Sure.
Maybe. Do you promise? Can someone get it on YouTube tonight? Wow. Party on. Thank you. Say, we're here. Linnea and I are together for the first time ever. Crampton and presence. And in your presence, the reigning diva of horror. Wow. And I haven't seen her since we did the first movie. So this is an incredible reunion for us. So I'm just thrilled to be here with you.
Oh, I'm
Gosh,
my God.
you've been doing such great work all this time, all along. Wow. And I'm sorry to say this is new for us, but hopefully it'll be the first of many.
What was the question?
When did you know you were screaming?
That's a nice title. I like it. I think my kids gave me that. Actually, I think when Jules Shepard's book Invasion of the Bee Girls came out, I realized that I guess I was part of the group. I thought I was just girl victim, but it turned into scream because you do tend to. There it is. You do tend to scream before you're gone. So.
I think I knew it when People magazine did an article on me, and then Premiere followed, and then I did all these shows like Jenny Jones, Hard Copy, E, on and on and on and on and on, and I, they all had me screaming constantly, do the scream where the guy's gonna chop your head off, do the scream where, you're backed up into the corner and the killer's coming after you, and so I think that's when I really realized it. And it's like an honor to be here with all of you, and, to all of a sudden see Angela, here, it's like, it brings back so many great memories of that movie, and just, I remember just loving her dress and going, God, I want her dress, and then seeing her do that dance, and it was just a remarkable time. We had so much fun. So I think it was probably in the 80s when I realized it, and I was very happy about it because girls shunned it. They did not want to be a scream queen. They wanted to be known as an actress. And then all of a sudden now, everybody wants to be a scream queen.
Because of you.
On that note. I knew when I was 5. So. And if I didn't know then, it's like people let me know loud and clear when Nightmare on Elm Street came on. And recently, the last couple of years have been great for me because I've never sleep again. And yes, exactly. And then People magazine named me the 3rd scariest scream queen of all time. And number 2 is sitting on the stage, but I'm not going to tell you who it is. And then you know who number 1 is. And then Out magazine just called me the number 1 scream queen in the world for gay people, and the gayest horror movie ever made. Have fun with it, and I like to talk with these women because people would say I scream like a girl, and then I would say to them, well, what's wrong with that, right?
Yeah.
Do we have any questions from the audience? Right here.
All right, this question is for Mark. With the advent of the internet and springing rumors running around, is it true that you were supposed to have Leonardo DiCaprio's role in Titanic, but then lost it due to refusing James Cameron's advances?
These are total lies, by the way.
Any other questions?
This one's for Barbara. I love how crazy and animated you got in Young and Restless. And like From Beyond and those movies. Is that something that you look for in a role? Like to just be able to let loose and go crazy like a character like that? Or is it just kind of coincidence that people have chosen to do it?
I think it's fun if you can infuse that into a role. It's more fun for you as an actress to play something that's a little bigger and broader. And any opportunity I can get to be a ham, I do that. But also, when I was on The Young and the Restless, they gave me the part. It was supposed to be a 3-month character, and they said, "You're trying to kill somebody and you're mentally unstable." And I said, "Well, what illness do I have?" And they said, "Well, you don't know. You're just mentally unstable." So I thought, well, I got to do a little research then. So I went to a psychiatric hospital and I interviewed 3 different doctors, and I said, "Well, this is the storyline that they've given me. This is my character. What type of illness could I have?" So we came up with playing a borderline personality with bouts of psychosis. So that's something as an actor you can sort of, hang on to, and you can have specific things to play. So if you see a lot of screaming women on television or in movies, know that the actors usually have to do their own research, and they're finding out exactly what the parameters are of a certain character, and trying to play specific things. It's not just us out there screaming our heads off. Yeah.
Great.
What's been your most memorable fan experience so far this weekend?
Right now with you, this moment.
I just took a stroll through the vendor room and just getting to meet everybody who's here one by one. And as each fan comes up, it tells me how far they traveled to be here. It's every single one of you. Every moment is real. Thank you all for making such an effort to come so far. In this economy, you also made an effort financially, and thank you.
Yeah, I think not one stands out. They all stand out. And I especially like it when people bring their little kids. I'm always a little surprised when they've seen Halloween. And if they're only 5, they'll be hardy adults. And I just always think it's so nice when people want to tell me the first time they saw Halloween, especially. And, not too many have seen that movie in the theater this week. Going to convention after convention, but there are a few, and they're the ones that continue to watch it every week, they say. So I'm especially impressed by that. That you guys just really love the horror movies, and we're really so pleased that you let us know that. And I feel the love, and I'm grateful for that.
This one's special because I see the old faces of the people that I've seen that are, at almost all the conventions that I'm at, and then I meet new people. I actually met a woman that many years ago, she forgot $3 that she gave me, and she gave it to me today, and it had bothered her for all those years. And I found that remarkable and just inspiring. I was like shocked by it, and I'm just seeing people that get the tattoos like Gami talked about, and it was like just the energy and the people loving the movie, the people that were at last night's work print of Return of the Living Dead, and just meeting all of you and finding out about your lives and everything. I think it's fascinating, and is just like meeting new friends that will last forever.
I have to agree with DJ and the rest of the ladies up here. It is an amazing experience for me to come to these. I didn't come to them obviously for 25 years, and when they did Never Sleep Again, it took them 3 years to find me. I live in Mexico, and I didn't know this whole world existed, to be really honest with you. And most of the people sitting in this room were people who I would have at one time been afraid of, or would think that they like hated me. You know what I mean? And I meet the kindest people here. Everybody is so nice to me. And then I hear like incredible stories, mostly from guys, and sometimes from girls. And you know, they really love Jesse and all that kind of stuff. And that for me is fantastic. I mean, it's just like it's a really good deal, and I get to talk about things that are important to me. A lot of the money that I raise goes to the Trevor Foundation, which I'm really involved with, and I like a lot. And so that's, you know, it's fantastic. And then my favorite interaction is with the big dick. I love so it's gone all over the internet. And then the other thing I like is I have a friend here, and she came all the way from Germany, and she went to see Robert yesterday, Robert England in New Jersey, and then came here to see me today. And it's my friend Nadine Kirsten who sits with me when I go to Europe at my tables. And that's, to me, it's amazing. I have now friends all over the world who are real friends, who like travel to see me, I travel to see them. I have 3 places to stay in Europe. It's just amazing, and we've made real friends. And on my Facebook, we have like a real community. I mean, the people know each other, they talk to each other, and a whole group of them from all over the United States are sitting together right now, and they met on that Facebook page, and I think that's pretty fantastic. Yeah.
I forgot a couple that came that are sitting in the audience, and they met on the internet and found out that they both come to these conventions. And then I forget which convention it was, but he texted her and said, "Hey, what are you doing?" And she said, at the moment I'm waiting online. I'm in PJ's line." He said, "I'll be right there." I don't know if they knew that they were at the same convention or not. I forgot that part. Yes, they did. And that was the first time they actually met in person. They met in person in my line. It was at Gatlinburg? Gatlinburg. And look at you turning red. He says, "I fell in love with her in your line." So they met online and then actually physically met in my line. And now they're a couple.
This is for all of you, but I'm going to start with Barbara. Barbara, my first memory of you, I snuck out to see Re-Animator, and I was probably 14 years old. And
Oh my gosh.
Last thing I remember is I saw where you had the scene where you were strapped to the table, and the doctor said,
Which scene was that? What?
In Re-Animator when you were strapped to the table. My question for all of you is, do you guys have a memory that sticks out from your movies that you just remember beyond all others?
Well, for me, you've already nailed it. It's hard to talk about. When I got that scene, you know, I read the script and I thought, wow, this is a really good script, but there's that one scene. No, I actually liked that scene from the very beginning. I thought it was really clever. It was like the first visual pun done on screen. And I really liked all the people that I was going to be working with, Bruce and Jeffrey and Stuart, and we all got along really great. And we were fortunate enough to have a director who came from a theater background, so we rehearsed every single scene before we shot the movie, except for that one, in my living room. And it was really a great advantage to us because we got to be even more comfortable with one another. And of course we shot Re-Animator in, I think it was 21 days, probably 18-hour days. And we were able to really get each scene to its final point and to a place where we all felt comfortable that we were doing our best work. And definitely that scene for me was probably my most difficult that I've ever done. But I had David Gale with me, and he was really a wonderful, sweet, kind man, and we got along great. So it you know, when you're playing scenes like that, it depends on who you're acting with, and if you have some good people around you, it's, you know, it's fine. It makes it all the more wonderful, and it wasn't quite as horrific as, to me, doing it, as, you know, you see it, and hopefully you see it, because that's what it was supposed to be about. I'm quite fond of that film and of that scene now, because people really remember it and have a lot of nice things to say to me about that scene and that movie in particular. And it's nice to see everybody have a chance to talk to them about these moments, you know, one-on-one.
Setting me up for that, because the scene I'm going to tell you about is a million times, a gazillion squillion times more horrific than it looks. And I was going to start with Demons 1, where I turn around and say, I was just warming my hands over the fire, and they're torched. And back then we didn't have anything called CGI, so the fingers went into a huge bucket of ice. Or they would have burned, you know, it was something that was flammable for, I had 6 seconds. But that's not the scene I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about Demons 2, when I turned into a 30-foot snake and was strapped in a trench, glued to a teeter-totter for 27 hours.
Oh my God.
At that point, and I had 2 contacts in each eye. If you've seen Demons 2, I look like Kermit the Frog. No you know, offense to Kermit. But my true confession as well. All right, that was not fun. The special effects guys kept coming up to me, slipping me Jägermeister shots and going, ka-ching, as we go into gold time, overtime, platinum time. And it was really hard. And getting out of that makeup was not fun. It took another 2 hours to peel it off. So, it would, long story longer, I also had no idea you were here. I've spent the last 20 years working with animals, and now I have the incredible honor of working with animals all over the world. Shameless plug. I help people communicate with their animals at home and learn what are these animals thinking, what are they feeling, what are their relationship problems, what are their physical problems, what are their health histories, what can we do to make them happier. And I'm about to take, hopefully, you to Africa on a safari. So the first one is extreme sports. We'll whitewater raft the Zambezi. We'll do one of the world's biggest bungee jumps. We'll walk with the lions. The second one, we go out to meet wild lions who will come out to the truck and pose in front of you. Leopards come out to show me that they're pregnant. Elephants are coming out. The baboons. And we'll work with children to help build a kindergarten out in the parish. We'll work with a charity that's unsnaring animals that are getting caught in snares where lions are getting barbed wire around their throats. So my girlfriend has a company where they jump out of helicopters and they train the tiger or the lion, and they remove the snares. I didn't want to do these horror movie conventions because I thought that it was going to discredit my work as a psychic. Because I thought people who found out I was an actress might think I was acting. And also the genre that I get possessed and kill everybody, I thought that might not be good for my other career. I'll be here in Atlanta at the Unity Church, and I'll be on the stage with Reverend John Strickland, who is the head of the Unity Church in America. He lives right here in Atlanta. And we're going to continue that idea and extend it not only to every person from every walk of life, be you gay, straight, black, blue, I don't care, but also to your animals at home. So I'm going to teach a workshop. What I realized was that back in Demons, I turned into animals. I was turning into animals. And then all of a sudden, it just all made sense to me. It was like, oh, I was shape-shifting back then with the help of Steve Jobs. And now I shape-shift in another way to figure out what's wrong with this line. How can I help these sharks that are getting killed? How can we help the lions that are getting killed in Vietnam? So, and I find the most warm-hearted, loving animal lovers in the world, right here in this room. And I went, God, I underestimated you. I owe you a huge apology. So to all of my horror movie fans, I am so sorry. I didn't realize you were the most wonderful people in the world. And now I know better. Woo!
What was the question? Well, two scenes. The one, because it's, you know, Halloween is so revered. The one where Nick Castle, who had the sheet over his head, was trying to kill me. It took many, many attempts because he just kept tickling my throat. I've told the story before, but it's really hard to die when there's no pressure against your throat and you really have to act. I just kept begging him to please, you know, do it a little tighter. And he said, I don't want to hurt you. I said, no, you don't have to hurt me. You have to kill me. So please, just give me a little pressure there. But really, the most memorable scene is from Stripes, which is not horrible, but it's funny. The kitchen scene was, we were supposed to shoot outside with fireworks going off, and it was going to be a kiss, and that was it, but it was cloudy, stormy. We were shooting at this house in Beverly Hills, and Ivan said, oh, we're going to have to improvise. 3 o'clock in the morning, you know, we've got an hour to go, let's go in the kitchen. And we walk in, and Bill Murray opens the refrigerator and pulls out a carrot. And it was just a natural reaction of, what are you going to do with that? And Ivan said, set up the camera here, stop, don't talk, let's shoot. And then the famous kitchen scene with the Aunt Jemima's spatula was born. And I love watching it, I love doing it. It was spontaneous, it was real, and those are the moments that I live for as an actress, when you can bring something so fresh and true and real and create a real moment on screen. And that's why I think it lasts forever. So, thank you.
Oh boy. I think that the most memorable ones have been dancing on Tombstone. Being impaled on antlers. Having a shower head go through my throat. Yeah. Kissing Amelia and transferring the demon. That was pretty, I was like, oh my gosh, I've got to kiss Amelia, you know? And that was pretty memorable. Having lipstick go into my breast. It's stuck there too. And it was my favorite shade, so I don't know. They don't make it anymore. Just a billion things that have happened during the course, you know, being cold, being freezing, being uncomfortable. I just did a film where they didn't use CGI with Tony Todd, Angus Scrimm, Bill Moseley, Rick Stevens, on and on. And I was standing for 7 hours with 4 people working on me, and to become this thing that I can't tell you what it is. I'd give it away in Disciples. But when you watch the movie, it's all worth it. All the agony you go through, all the really fun things you go through, and like Amelia said, you never know that a movie might just stick in someone's heart for so long, like Night of the Demons or Return of the Living Dead, and people will watch it again and again, and when you're working on it, you never know. And it's that question mark. And the most important thing is all of you. You are all wonderful. I've done where I've taken people to the pound, rescued animals, and you know, all of you are wonderful animal lovers, thank goodness, and are precious. And thank you.
I think the most memorable moment for me, there were a couple, but the first time they turned the camera on me and I was a professional actor was, for me, a mind-blowing experience. Because it was the dream. You know, it was the dream came true, right in that second. I hear people sometimes say things about other actors, and they'll say like, oh, that's a one-hit wonder, or that's this. And if you ever have the experience of being the star of any movie, 1, 2, 3, 4, doesn't matter, you're in a very rarefied club. Because almost everybody dreams about being a movie star when you actually get to be. And for me, that was just a thrill. In Nightmare on Elm Street, my very favorite scene is the transformation scene, where Robert comes out of my body, and we kill Brady. And I like that whole scene from the beginning. And we didn't have CGI either. And for me, it was about 17 hours.
Oh.
Blood, and I'm on a slant board, and they're like, people are offering you all kinds of stimulants to stay awake. And you're like trying to be really good about it, but I mean, it was just an amazing, amazing experience. And then to become a part of one of the, the biggest franchises in the world. You don't know you're doing that at the time. But you're in we're all in very rarefied company. We're like a club that it's really hard to get into. And once you're in, you're in forever. Because if you get a little tiny bit of fame, that's it. I mean, it never will ever go away, especially with the internet. And so I think that was probably it for me. And then I was just with Camille Keaton not too long ago. And I just shot a movie in Berlin, and it is the male version of I Spit on Your Grave, basically. And so I played Camille. And it was, it's a tough movie. It comes out in 2013, very tough, very violent. And I loved that. I thought it was really great. I enjoyed it. Because I didn't fight like a girl, trust me.
James Downing in the crowd here. I heard he's a big Scream Queen fan, and he would need to watch him if he got up here. He could ask a question.
Hey guys, I've got a white Explorer, Georgia tag 6717 ASH, a red Pontiac Van FLCC 5MS, and a black Ford Focus MA 617 HF2. There's a tow truck getting ready to hook up on all three of those cars, so if those are yours, go grab it.
Of all the movies y'all been in, what's your favorite? Each one of you.
Well, even though I think probably most people's favorite is Re-Animator, for me, I like From Beyond. Thank you. Just because in that movie my character takes so many twists and turns, and I get to play a range of emotions and feelings and desires that most people don't get to play in the space of 89 minutes. That was a really wonderful opportunity for me, a wonderful character, And it was nice after we did Re-Animator, and the budget was so low and it did so well. Empire Pictures at the time, which is now Full Moon, but was Empire Pictures, they had so much more money. They had like $5 million to make From Beyond, and we went to Italy, and it was my first time in Italy, and we were there for almost 3 months, and we shot on the old Dino De Laurentiis studios, and it was like a dream. It was a really wonderful experience, and I got to work with Jeffrey again, and Stewart, and Mac Alberg, who shot Re-Animator and From Beyond. And so that was probably my dream job that I remember.
If I picked between the three, my directors would kill me. So my favorite movies were Night of the Demons Part 1, 2, and 3.
You disappointed me. I thought you were going to come up here and propose to your girlfriend. She's turning around again. Are you going to get me for that? Or are you saying good idea? Well, of course, I love making Halloween. It was really, really special working with John Carpenter. But I think just making Rock and Roll High School with Dave. By Rick Randall. That was definitely my favorite movie.
That's a hard question. Oh my gosh. That's out now. I would say it's between Return of the Living Dead and Night of the Demons. It was just so special to do, and you know, an ensemble cast and just really special memories and everything. So I guess that would be, that's out now, my favorites. Even though I had fun on everything, but there are some I would like to forget.
Well, for me, you know, of course, I love Nightmare on Elm Street, and but my favorite movie that I ever made was Come Back to the Five and Jimmy Dean. I loved Robert Altman, and I'd always loved him. And then to be I mean, when I was a little boy, the type of little boy, we were talking about this earlier, where, you know, I would lay on the floor in front of the TV and watch the Sonny and Cher show, and just be, you know, gaga. And, you know, to end up in a movie and a Broadway show with her was amazing. And then Karen Black, Sandy Dennis, Kathy Bates. It was amazing, an amazing experience. And we went all over the world. We met everybody in the world. I met David Bowie, Mick Jagger. And as a friend to sit down and have dinner with, they just took you in as a contemporary. So that was pretty amazing for me. That was an amazing. And I loved that. And then we went to the Cannes Film Festival and won the Best Acting award there. And so that was really exciting. And then Nightmare on Elm Street has turned into a totally different type of experience for me. But it's the gift that keeps on giving. I love it. Every 3 months when I get a check from them. Thank you very much.
Thank everybody for coming out for Scream Queens 2012. I'm Neil Jones from Patton.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together